people from the university have just been very shocked. They're like, what? It's a Catholic house? What do you do there? Do you all just sit and pray together? Well, kind of.
There's that one very important thing about your life that you know, only a Catholic can understand, namely, the fact that you're Catholic.
I knew that it was a community living environment. There would be around 12 to 14 people that I would be living with. You do see each other first thing in the morning, late at night, when you're working on a project, when you're stressed about things, when you're, when great things happen. So you get, I think, a broader perspective of living with people, and being, I think, all of us at the kind of the age that we are now. It's not that we're in high school, it's not that we're an undergraduate, we're all really forming into adults, and so we're watching each other, make these life-changing decisions.
Yeah, I knew that one. 3 is Tom, the big picture. Oh, that's Tom, we're Matt. 4 is Joe, obviously. 5 is Lorraine. That was Trixie. There used to be 3 babies in this picture.
You come home at the end of a potentially very stressful and difficult day, and someone has cooked. Like the house smells like food. It's something that can easily be taken for granted. Then when you come and live in community, you notice, you're like, oh, that actually makes a big difference to come back and to know that there's a communal meal.
The first time that I really felt it was my first house dinner, where we all got together and said grace out loud before we ate. And that was a really cool experience for me, because it was something that I always kind of do quietly in my head, trying to not be, to be discreet about it so that I don't have to answer questions with my friend. I think that there are parts of the community that are always there. Like when I come home at the end of the day, there's inevitably always someone in the living room or kitchen who asks how my day was and that kind of thing. So those are things that aren't necessarily strict community characteristics, but because we are all so comfortable with each other and so in tune with each other's school and lives and work, it happens naturally.
Yeah, I do. I teach yoga and Pilates, so my mat's right over there on the floor. That's actually how I got into healthcare, because I was a youth minister before, and then I ended up in healthcare because I switched from youth ministry to being a personal trainer. And I worked as a personal trainer and a fitness instructor for a while, and my clients had a lot of questions about health, and I had no idea how to do, diabetic counseling, that sort of thing. So that's why I got into nursing.
So aside from taking classes, I'm working full-time up at Barnard College doing research in the psych department, and I've recently gotten into running, so I've been doing a lot of running. I am attempting to learn the guitar now, so very new at that, but hopefully I'll...
Just look at it from the outside, you say, okay, 14 young adults living together in a house. What is it? Is it a sorority or fraternity? Is it like the real world Catholic style? It's not that.
A Catholic commune, but even that is kind of ambiguous. But to say that you live in a Catholic community, it sounds like a religious community. I don't mean because we are religious and we are a community, but it sounds like, or even that term, for example, to say I live in a religious community, people are like, where's your habit?
I guess it's a combination of what I can gain and also what I can give. For me, I think initially the idea of being in a relationship with peers and in that living situation where my weaknesses and their weaknesses are exposed somewhat. I think learning how to interact with my own weaknesses also
interacting with other people on those levels has been very important, but also I think learning how to identify other people and what I can give to that relationship, or what I can bring out of, what good things I can bring out of that relationship.
I thought that this would be an amazing opportunity to have people who were really experienced in their faith pulling me and teaching me and encouraging me to deepen my faith and strengthen my faith. And what I actually, when I moved in, and there was like a lot of transition, a lot of new people moving in, I found that the balance like shifted a little bit, and that I guess being a more like senior member in the house, and then also having had like at that point like a decent foundation in my faith, I became one of those people who was like helping to pull other people, and it's a role that I definitely didn't necessarily expect to be in, but and I'm not like by far like the like go-to person in the house for faith-based stuff at all, but it's been a really different experience, but good for me to learn how to be comfortable enough to talk to other people about things.
I would have been devastated if I would have finished my program and never known about this place, because being at Ford Hall is why I chose this school, because this is the experience that I really wanted, is living in community with other Catholics.